Hello, welcome to CIDAN Machinery. My name is Lasse Petersen, and today I'm going to make you a short demo on our shear called the RÁPIDO. This is a machine, this is fully mechanical, electrical, there's no hydraulic, no use of oil. This machine comes in three sizes, 1.3 meter, a 2.5 meter machine, and a 3 meter. This is a 2.5 meter machine, or 100 inches, and this machine will cut 2.5 millimeter or 13 gauge mild steel maximum. Now, before we go into any further details with the machine, I'd like to take you out to our assembly hall or to one of our paint shops so we can have a look at one of the machines that is more or less naked, where I can show you the drive system and the guide system, because this is a very important feature on this machine. I'll see you out there. Hi again. We're now in one of our paint shops. This is a 3 meter RÁPIDO, and with all the sheet metal off and this almost naked machines, I just want to show you that the drive system here with the eccentrics and the pull down rod connected to the upper blade beam, and this long guide. We have a guide here that's approximately 500 millimeters or 20 inches. This is of course connected with a rod to the other side frame. And this system, this construction, makes it possible to cut 28 gauge, 0.4 millimeter thickness and 2.5 millimeter, 13 gauge thickness with the same blade gap and the same rake angle. Everything is fixed. There's no need to do any adjustments. Now let's head back to the showroom and I'll show you, I'll prove to you that this is actually possible. Alright, now having showed you the construction and the drive system, let's have a look and make a few cuts and see how this system works. Here I have a pre-painted sheet. This is 0.4, this is 28 gauge thickness. And I have here also a 2.5 millimeter mild steel. And I'll make a cut, a narrow strip of this material. So here you will see 2.5 millimeter thickness, absolutely no burr, and the 0.4, 28 gauge. The next thing I want to focus on is our hold down system. The material is being clamped, is being held between the table and the hold down beam. Now this beam has a rubber underneath here, so it will leave no marks in material, sensitive material. It's actually a clever construction, this hold down system, because it enables you to reach in very, very close to the knives. So you can actually hold the material only 1 inch to 25 millimeters from the knives. So if you want to trim, a piece like this, narrow strip, you can do this. So you have 2 cuts here of approximately 1 inch. And you can very easily, if you have marked your material you want to cut, you can easily look from here, or you can look from up here and see the cutting line. There's also LED lighting. Once again, allow me to point out that you can cut all material qualities. You can cut mild steel from 28 gauge up to 13 gauge, or 0.4 millimeter up till 2.5 millimeter thickness without any settings at all. The blade gap stays the same. Let's have a look at the table. The table has no rails. It's a machined table with milled lines in here with a distance of 10 millimeters, so you can use the table as a rough gauging system using the lines here. You have a standard squaring arm, short. You also can have a longer one as an option. An option is also a table extension. If you have larger sheets, you can use the table extension here. You can have different modes of cutting. Single cut, you can have continuous cut. If you want to cut continuously, you will use the speed of the shear demonstrate cutting of small strips. So you set the amount of pieces that you desire, and the machine will stop automatically. Now let's have a look at the sheet handling system on this machine. More than 90% of our machines we supply with a sheet support that will deliver the cut-off sheet to the front. We call this system return to sender. This has several advantages. First of all, if you look at the machine, this is placed very, very close to the wall, because there's no need to go behind and pick up the cut-off sheets. Everything will be delivered to the front. This means that the machine takes up less space, and you don't need to have a fancy photocell or guarding system on the rear side and with the reset buttons, etc., because everything will be operated here from the front. When the blanks are delivered to the front, they go into this blank wagon. So you can take away either manually the blank wagon, take them to the folding machine or punching machine or whatever, or you can take it to the forklift. The sheet support itself works with air, and this can be adjusted so that if you work on sensitive material like bronze, aluminium, you can set the speed of it so that it will deliver the sheets very, very slowly and smooth to the blank wagon. And when you work in mild steel, heavy material, you can work fast according to the material quality. Let's have a look with the camera from the rear side. The RÁPIDO shear comes with 3 different back gauge systems. The first one is a manual system that will measure up to 800 millimeter. This is front operated, so you have here a hand wheel where you can actually go from 0 to 800 millimeter in just 5 rounds. So this is actually a very fast operated manual system. This one is a 750 motorized back gauge with ball screw threads, and this also comes in 1000 millimeter. All the motorized back gauge systems comes with the cut link control, and let's just have a quick look on the screen and see the features that we have in this control. Here you see the cut link control. This is a color touchscreen control, and this is the basic screen where you set the length, you program the length. The back gauge will go out to position within 3 seconds. You can put the amount of pieces, and you can choose if you want to count up or if you want to count down. You can also make several programs, so you put in your length, the first program, the amount of pieces. Next one, 400 millimeter, you can change maybe 250. 3 pieces. Next one, 500 millimeter, 2 pieces, etc. You can choose if you want to start from the very beginning or if you want to start from step number 2 or 3. Now it will start from the cutoff of length of 100 millimeter, and the machine will automatically shift from one step to another. The quick setup, you can choose the cutting mode if you want to have continuously cutting. Now when you have the continuously cutting, the maximum cutting length is 100 millimeter. You can choose to have the hold down, have it stay up, and you can choose to have the reverse of the back gauge system off or on. You can choose different languages. You can choose the length unit in meter or in inches, metric or imperial. And you have one button here that will put the back gauge on the maximum rear position automatically when you push this button. So the back gauge will move from 0 to 750 within 5 seconds. You also have a time and a date that will show you how many hours the machine has worked and the day it was put into operation.